Taco Bell, you know the one, that American fast food restaurant that sells quesadillas, burritos, tacos, the list is endless. And of course a lot of this food originated from the mighty Mexico. However, you'd think that Taco Bell being created with that type of fast food in mind would be something that Mexicans would enjoy. No, they didn't. We are today going to be talking about the time that Taco Bell tried to break into the Mexican market and failed spectacularly. Hello! Welcome to Brainspill, the laziest show on the internet. My name is Tank, and today we are talking about Taco Bell and the reasons as to why, for some strange reason, they never quite got on their feet when they tried to start opening stores in Mexico. Right, so taking it back to basics. Taco Bell was established in California in 1962. Serving, of course, the previously mentioned Mexican-inspired food. Purchased by PepsiCo in 1978, the restaurant has expanded around the globe and operates more than 7,000 restaurants. One of the many draws for these types of places, and fast food in general, is that it can be produced quickly and cheaply, meaning that it is perfect for anyone that wants to come in and just get a quick snack, or if they want to gorge themselves on an entire mukbang of Taco Bell. You know, no judgment here. And the sheer fact that these restaurants have become so popular in the last few decades really speaks volumes because of the fact that there's so much variety and it's affordable too, so there's even a saver menu for those people that want to go and get something like that, which I am a very big fan of. So, with expansion around the globe, it would only make sense for Taco Bell to look to their southerly neighbours, Mexico, to see if they could perhaps break into the market there and open Taco Bell restaurants for everybody to enjoy. So, for the first time ever, people were trying to hop the border south instead of the other way around. Yep, that's right, Taco Bell were entering the cultural homeland of throwing ground beef inside a warm tortilla. Taco Bell originally trying to enter the market in Mexico in 1992, in which John Martin, Taco Bell's chief executive at the time, said that entry into the Mexican market was part of a plan for aggressive international expansion. Well, I guess we'll see how that goes. Taco Bell opened some locations with food carts, each being operated by two people and offering a somewhat limited menu of soft-shell tacos and burritos. Of course, keep it to the classics and see if it does well. And if it does, you could maybe look to expand your reach to actually investing in some actual restaurants. Oh, and of course, they would have plenty of nachos to go around. I mean, who doesn't like nachos? With that cheese sauce, you know what I'm saying? Yes, so at this time in particular in the United States, Taco Bell had many restaurants, big buildings which people could walk in with their legs, order off a menu, and then sit down in the restaurant and eat their fast food tacos. Or, if you wanted to, you could always go through a drive-thru. These things are pretty much a staple these days, but for some strange reason, Taco Bell decided to go down this low-cost and affordable route to basically use food carts to try and get people to be interested in Taco Bell. I don't know if it's just me, but having a food cart seems almost a little bit less effort and less quality. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just from my experience. So, unless you're constipated and needed something to bung it up with, I don't think street Taco Bell was really a good idea. Despite opening in 1992, just 2 years later, every location had shut in Mexico as it appeared for some unknown reason, Taco Bell just didn't resonate with the Mexican people. You know what? This mystery absolutely baffles me. I mean, as a Mexican, and you're looking at a fast food cart from the United States, you'd think, well, I could try it. Maybe. Or I could just get the real deal in Mexico. You know, some actual good food. Because at the end of the day, you could probably get something much nicer at probably the same price with fresher ingredients and perhaps from someone like a local business rather than a massive corporate brand. You just never know. This might also have something to do with the fact that many fast food restaurants make their food from frozen meat, which is just a standard in this industry. However, in Mexico, a lot of the food they have, in particular the meats, are fresh and local. So, if you had the choice, why wouldn't you pick the latter? And, of course, hard-shelled tacos. whilst this is a staple for anyone that has ever stepped foot inside a Taco Bell, a hard-shell taco is not authentically Mexican. This is purely an American creation, which would have likely confused many Mexicans who went to order a taco from Taco Bell. Many of which will have never even seen food like this from the United States before. This strange offering probably didn't really do much to win many people over. And yes, whilst I wasn't in Mexico in the year 1992 to taste one of these Taco Bells, all it takes is a little bit of research online to figure out maybe as to one of the few reasons why Taco Bell really didn't get off the ground in Mexico, and that was down to the price. I did say previously that fast food, by design, is meant to be quite cheap. However, it was kind of off market in Mexico, as the price wasn't really that competitive. If you're selling a taco for what equates to just over $3, the price of other similar street vendors in Mexico was about half that price. So why on earth would you pay more for a Taco Bell when you can get something else for half the price? It just seems like a bit of a no-brainer to me. So yeah, their first shot was a swing and a miss. I think a good way to describe this experience was not put any better than Mexican historian Carlos Monsiváis, who said that bringing Taco Bell to Mexico was like bringing ice to the Arctic. Couldn't have put it better myself. So, the executives at Taco Bell had a long, hard think about how they could address this problem. They tried and failed once, so if they were ever going to attempt it again, they needed a foolproof plan. How on earth can you convince a Mexican to like Taco Bell? Well, in 2007, they decided to give it a second shot because they thought they had the most genius idea ever. And yeah, given the title of this video, you can probably see where this is going. Instead of trying to make any form of imitation to try and appease the locals, they instead, this time, decided to truly embrace the Americanisms of Taco Bell, in hopes that as a cheap price and convenient alternative, this would be enough to convince people to try Taco Bell again, instead of other local foods that are on offer. Basically, they realised that when it came down to trying to imitate Mexican food, they weren't really going to cut it. I mean, it's not Mexican food. So, they decided that the approach they were going to take was to let it all out there and basically say, black and white, that Taco Bell is not Mexican, it is something different. And that was basically Taco Bell's slogan at the time. Taco Bell, something else. Yeah, something else. Baby steak in a tortilla is also something else, but I digress. So yes, they were hoping that this marketing drive would be enough to convince people that this is something else, and this is why you should give it a second try. Now, the problem with this was that, like many other places around the world, we see many American brands and chains, such as Starbucks, McDonald's, KFC, and so on. So, to try and add yet another one to the mix, and try and break into the market, it might have left a bit of a sour taste, or the taste of tostadas instead. Truly, authentically Mexican food. They can assure you of that. Now, I was looking at news reports at the time from local people who were trying Taco Bell out in 2007, and the same comment kept coming up again and again and again. The fact that the Taco Bell menu, they were really going Americanized. So Americanized, in fact, that when they decided to add French fries to the menu, that was the thing that turned off a lot of people, because they realized how American Taco Bell actually was. Despite the fact that they opened actual restaurant locations, they had a much wider menu to choose from. It was things like French fries, which really didn't sit well with people, because as most Mexican people would probably not sit down to have a quesadilla alongside French fries. It just doesn't go together. So yeah, for a whole host of reasons, be it a lack of interest, too much competition, or just not very good overall. This was likely a whole mixture of factors, as within 3 years in the year 2010, Taco Bell wrapped up their operations in Mexico for good. And yeah, those are the reasons why Taco Bell isn't in Mexico. So just in case you're deciding to visit and you decide that you really want a Taco Bell, for some strange reason, then I guess you can't. You're going to have to make sure to go back over the border to get it from the good old US of A. If you liked the video, be sure to like and subscribe. If you want to be notified as soon as I upload my next video, be sure to hit the bell button. And if you've got any ideas for what topics you'd like me to discuss next, let me know down in the comments below. As always, sources used in the video will be in the description. Okay, I have to be fair, because I am an honest man. Even though I've bashed Taco Bell quite a lot in this video, I can't deny that after a night out, when you wake up and decide to order some food to your house, that one of the best hangover cures is a Taco Bell. I'm sorry, it just is. So take that as you will. I'll see you guys in the next video. Fantastic.